This one, yep, there's a space. There's a space, Rip Talk in my boot. This one is all about, it's all about platforming, but also the electric breath, and the head bash for the very beginning. It's a fairly simple challenge. The platforms are fairly big, so it's not that easy to fall off or anything. The one thing that is a bit annoying is sometimes with the platform, especially like a good it's kind of like when you're trying to correct yourself and you might end up falling because of Spyro's. He's got a wider turning arc than like in other games. Plus, usually the hover on the moving platforms isn't a good idea. It usually is more of a hindrance than anything else. Sometimes gliding can be too. I try to avoid gliding unless if I feel like I need it to correct myself, or if the platform's going against me. But yeah, we just have to zap the poles, and then another layer of platforms comes, and then this annoying visual effect comes to block our way for some reason. It looks like something from the BBC Grandstand logo, all these like theme. But yeah, with the second lot, you can just stand there and wait for it to come to you, and then you just have to zap the Riptok in the middle. It doesn't actually. The Riptok will act like a normal enemy and do like its animations when it sees you, but it won't actually attack, or is harmless or something. It's just a way for you to say, okay, challenge is finished. Yeah, and it's really that simple. There's a more complex one later on in the game, but yeah. Oh, and there's 2 moons. Weird. But an interesting thing with the music of this game is that it's got, because the thing is with Spyro music from Stuart Copeland, quite a lot of samples are used. But if you listen closely with this one, more directed to maybe my English viewers, there is a sample, like a beat sample. It's like that was my impression of it, and it was a bit more of a dry impression compared to. I've practiced it before because I heard it and I was like, oh, where have I heard that before? It's actually the program Only Connect actually uses that sample in its sort of like thinking music when they set the connections going for the team to look at, and they're given like about 15 seconds or something or more, that the music that they play in the background, it actually uses that beat, which is interesting. I remember when the first time I saw Only Connect, and I was like, where have I heard that before? And I was like, oh, I know, it's from that challenge in Spyro 4. I never thought I'd make such a strange connection. But I think this might be our last cannon. I know I've still got one more, but I think we'll take this moment to go into the second challenge gate. I think that might be our last gem. We'll see. No, it's not. Okay. But yeah, this is a interesting challenge. It's a bit unique. This one is it's one of the other challenges in this I think every I'm starting to think about it now. Maybe every gate in this game, one gives one dragonfly, and then one has 2 challenges that give a dragonfly each. But yeah, this one we fly a UFO. It's in new, it's sort of new vehicle, and I am just messing around with the controls, trying to remember how it works. Because there was a UFO in Spyro 3, but it behaved a lot differently, and you know, I might prefer this one to the Spyro 3 one. But this challenge, we have to pick up the cows with the tractor beam and put them back in the in like their pen, and you have to stop the alien UFO from taking it, which is really easy. You just have to shoot. You have to shoot it once, and it'll drop the cow. It does take a while though to actually sort of zap up your cow when you're trying to get one. The UFO's got I think it's got like a speed, like it moves at fairly slowly, and then it's got a like a boost mode, like and then it's got a single shot, and then the tractor beam button. But yeah, the challenge isn't that bad. The music's nice. It's got it feels very Spyro 4 like. There's like a weird thing. It's just I know when I hear it, it just sounds so Spyro 4. I think it's certain instruments or something. But yeah, that's the first. That's the first challenge. And here's Hunter just to tell us what to do. It doesn't actually help. It's not like in Spyro 3 where he actually went in his own spaceship to fight the space sheep. But now we have to do it again. Only this time there are small golden UFOs, and they don't get the cows. They just try and shoot us to stop us from picking up cows. But they take one hit, like shoot them once and they're destroyed. Now a good idea is actually to be as low to the ground as possible, because then you don't spend as long bringing the cow up, although it means that it's more difficult to shoot the spaceship. It's also a good idea to go down low when you're dropping off the cow, so you don't have to drop it as far, and you know it's going to go in the pen more easily. The cows tend to go near your tractor beam, so it's easy to pick them up. But yeah, if you get shot, you drop him. You don't have any health or anything, so you don't have to worry about getting shot so many times, which is nice. I think there's only a maximum of 3 at a time that appear of these gold ones, but they are annoying. Yeah, for some reason just kept missing the spaceship. One thing I do think is probably recommended is to go for the cow that the big spaceship's going for, rather than trying to get as many as quickly as possible. It's a bit like the challenge in Magma Cone in Spyro 2 with Hunter with the popcorn crystals. Sometimes it's actually easier to do those challenges if you just go for the one that Hunter's going for, and you pick his up before he gets to his. And then sometimes it's better to mix both. But yeah, these gold ones are being a bit of a nuisance. Sometimes it's easier to just go as close as possible just so you know you get the hit, because the aiming is not that accurate. But yeah, we've got 2 cows left, and we're getting shot again. Getting shot by the Germans, the German aliens, the German Riptok aliens. It's World War III with UFOs and dragons and cows. Look at the cow's face. So scared. Well, one more cow to go, and yeah, I'm starting to think this game doesn't like cows. And I remember I once, I think I had a dream once when I was really young. I was playing this game, and why does Hunter have a pet dragonfly? Alright, so people complain about in the early games that we have to do a challenge for Hunter to give him like an orb or an egg, but it turns out he always finds them as we're doing the challenge. It's not that he has one and he wants to give it to us, or sometimes he is wagering one, but this is his pet dragonfly, and we kind of need that, which is a bit selfish. But yeah, I once had a really weird dream. I swear it was a dream. It can't be. I don't think the game is this bad when it comes to glitches. Oh, and there's our last gem. And sometimes the little music, the do 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 do, kind of glitches. Oh no, that was the last zap. And it does it really deep for some reason. But yeah, this dream I had. I was playing. It was a dream where I was playing this game, and I was in the home world. And there was this one of the cows from this level was just running around in the air, like in the sky, and wherever it went, it was dropping these like weird lizard things that would just disappear as soon as they touched the ground and sort of like explode into the dust, like the particle effect. And I was just running around seeing what this was, and I don't think it actually happened. I think it was just a really weird dream I had. But yeah, I think this game is very well. It has to be notably glitchy if someone can actually have a dream about the glitches. But yeah, that's it for this part. See you in the next part.